actually talking about Bonnie Blue kind of leads very well into what I wanted to speak to you about next. So I was actually having a conversation with a friend, right? And we were talking about like sexual liberation and just women and just being women and trying to like navigate and whatever in the world. And she made a really good point to me, and she was basically saying that she thinks a lot of why a lot of Black women especially aren't necessarily sexually liberated and as open in sex is because of like culture and religion and things like that, and that kind of always stays with you, and then there's almost like a shame attached to the conversation of sex and just sex in general. And I thought it was really interesting, and I wanted to know like what you thought about that, because it was basically the point that I was trying to make was that obviously as women, naturally we're adult women, we have urges, you want to have sex, blah blah blah, but a lot of women and a lot of friends and women that I've spoken to have said that they feel like when they want to like settle down and they decide, right, you know, I want to get married, I want to have kids, I want to find a partner, whatever, a lot of them do this thing where they stop having sex because they almost feel like, and they've not necessarily said it to me, but I always take it as like, why should you, as a woman, you have urges, you should be able to be like, do you know what, if you want to have sex with someone, do it. But I think a lot of women think that they need to almost stop doing that so that they're in this kind of pure mindset or in this clear mindset and headspace to meet someone. I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, it does make sense.
Because a lot of the time, like, I've spoken to so many people that will be like, oh yeah, do you know what, before I met my boyfriend, like, I was just over men and I just stopped having sex for a year. And that's obviously a personal thing to you, of course. But I think some women do choose, they're just like, do you know what, I want to be celibate because for me, like, but I think it needs to be for you. I don't think celibacy or anything should be because you're like, oh, I'm gonna just not do this so that when I meet a man, it's like, I've not slept with so many men, or I've not done this, or do you get what I mean? Do you get the point that I'm trying to make? I hope that makes sense to you guys as well, what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just wanted to know like what your opinion is on that. Because when my friend said she thinks it's rooted in, you know, like religion and just cultural shame and just the way that we're taught to be so quiet and so like, just like, don't have sex, don't do this, don't do this. And then you get to a certain age, it's like, where's your husband? Where's your children? Where's your what? And it's like,
but no one guided me to get that.
Or like how a lot of women just think like, oh yeah, I'm just going to not have sex, or I'm not going to sleep with that many men, so when I do meet my husband, it's like, I've only slept with 5 men, so that way he sees me a lot more. Like, it's just like, we're just taught to be so quiet sexually as women. And even with the whole thing with like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, a lot of men would say that, oh, why do they have to talk about sex? Like, we're women and we like to have sex, what's wrong with that? I always say like, I'm a woman that likes to have sex. But there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So I just wanted to know like what your opinion on that is.
It's actually a very interesting topic, because I definitely agree that it definitely stems from religious and cultural backgrounds. Because depending on the family, if you grew up with a sexually liberated family, you're not going to care about that. So I definitely do think that there's a part, that's probably the main part, that the main reason why. I also feel like as women compared to men, mentally we're not the same. So on average, I'm not saying every woman, but generally, when we have sex with a man, we tend to get a bit more attached than an average man. So I feel like a lot of the times there's women who are out there, even if they're not doing it for themselves, they're, in a way they are, but it's more like, if I continue to sleep with different men, I'm going to be distracted and I can't have eyes for my husband because I'm so distracted with other men.
Oh my gosh.
That's like, so I feel like...
That's exactly what I was trying to get across.
Yeah, like, so I personally feel that. But I feel like there's so many factors, but I just feel like, society in general, it's like, even the saying, oh, a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets, like, it's supposed to be private. Like, that's something that a woman is supposed to do with someone who she's deeply in love with and all of that. And like, if she's not in love with him or doesn't even like him like that, she's a whore type thing. So I definitely think that that plays a role. And like we mentioned earlier, with Black women, the world having higher standards for us, that we can't let anything slip. So even that pressure of like, people are already expecting bad of us. I don't want to keep giving them an excuse type thing. But yeah, I definitely do think that it's sad. Like, if there's women out there who want a very active sex life, whether they're in love with that man or not, it's up to them to do that. Like, they shouldn't be ashamed for it. They're just living their life. Yeah. Like I always say, you're not killing anyone.
Yeah.
And this is something that will only affect you. So the fact that other people care is, I still can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
But like, for me personally, I am definitely that type of person who's like, I will stay celibate. Because number one, naturally, I'm just a relationship girl.
Yeah.
Or like, I always want more. It's just not in my personality to... I wish I was, but it's just not in my personality to just be like, I could have sex with this guy today and not think about him tomorrow. Trust me, I wish I was like that, but I've just had to accept, like, I'm not like that.
Yeah.
So for me, it works for me to not have sex with different men because I will catch feelings.
Yeah.
I'm that type of person. And catching feelings for the wrong person will definitely distract you from finding your right person.
Yeah.
Because you're so focused here, but you're not looking here.
Yeah.
So that's just for me personally. But I also can admit that it's definitely stemmed in my religious background and my cultural background. Like, especially being African, it's very taboo to talk about sex and stuff with your children.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I feel like because of that as well, I'm not... Yes, when I'm like with my girls and that, I'm very open about sex and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, in general, like in public, I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
To just be like, yeah, sex, this and that. Like, I still have that little...
shyness.
Yeah, like...
Yeah.
Almost like a bit of shame.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I don't want to come across like a hoe.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think our upbringings is what made us like this, or made me like this. And I acknowledge that, but I'm also okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel for the people who are like, they can't do it, but they want to do it.
Yeah.
I feel for you. Like, those people, you should actually do what you want to do. But like, for people like me, it works better for me if I just have one guy at a time.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't... Knowing myself, I can't distract myself. So in order to minimize that distraction, I will be celibate.
Yeah.
Because it just... And the thing is, it helps so much with clarity in general. Like, people don't truly understand how much sex in general blinds our judgments overall in everything. Like, it really does. It's only when I went on my celibate journey... Obviously, the first time, you're like, oh my God, you're low-key itching for it. But like, after a while, you actually start to realize, wow, I'm getting way more done. I actually have time for other people in my life.
Yeah.
Or like, you start to see things and you're like, fam, it's so easy to do now.
Yeah.
Whereas like before, I was so distracted. But again, it depends on the individual.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it, really.
Yeah. Oh, you made valid points there.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be something that you do for you.
Yeah.
I've just seen quite a few people, like, I think some women...
There's a lot of pick-me's.
If I hold back on this... I just think with finding a husband, as I'm getting older, and I'm in my 30s now, and I've seen a lot of life in my 20s dating, I just think it's timing. You will speak to so many different people about how they met their partner. Everybody will have a different story.
Yeah.
I have friends that were in the thick of situationships, met their partners. I've had friends that started off with casual sex that ended up becoming their partner.
Yeah.
I have friends that were seeing 3 different guys at the same time, and then one turned out to be the best one, so she ended up with that person. I think it just happens when it happens.
Yeah.
But I think this mentality of I need to almost hold back.
To get a certain result.
Result, I just don't think it works.
100%.
So I think if you're going to go on like a journey of celibacy, because I've done it, I've gone... I think the longest I did celibacy was 2 years or 3 years. almost 3 years, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But in that time, it was just for me. I was and to be honest, girls, I didn't meet anybody in that time. So if anybody thinks like, oh, if I just go that long without having sex or whatever, I'm gonna meet someone, it's gonna be like, I didn't meet anybody in that time. Yeah. I can tell you that. And I was going for 2 years. I didn't meet anyone. And I just think, I think it's everybody's sexual journey is their own. Yeah. I always have a lot of respect for people that are very liberated sexually, can speak so openly about sex. Mm-hmm. Like people like Oloni. I really rate Oloni because I think how she just created a platform for women to just be sexually open and speak. I'm here for it. But I'm respecting her so much.
With Oloni as well, it's weird because she's also classy with it to me. Yeah, it's like she still gives off exactly. It doesn't give off trashy. No, do you get what I mean? It just gives off like, yeah, we're all grown. Yeah, we're here to talk. We're grown. Yeah, like it doesn't give off like sleazy. Yeah, or like, oh my god, all she does. Nah, it gives off like. That's the thing. I think, like you said, because with Oloni, the head of it all is the female empowerment. Yeah. Like you can literally feel, you don't even have to go on one website of hers. Yeah. You will see one video and it just oozes it. Yeah. So I think that's what it is. So now it just ends up looking like, oh, she's just a normal woman who just likes that. Like literally. I've never looked at her and thought, whore. Never. Like, so it's very much possible. Like she's shown us, but again, it's just getting out of our heads and getting out of that fear. But another thing I actually wanted to bring up, and you briefly talked about it, I also think that women hold themselves back because of not the way they're perceived in the world, but the way they're perceived with men. Mm. So like, you could be sexually liberated, and like you said, there's people who have met their husbands and they were fuck buddies, but that doesn't happen all the time. Yeah. So you could go in there thinking like, oh, let's just see how it goes, and then he's like, I'm not taking you serious. Or he does everything to show like you're not serious to him. Mm. And I think as well, people, that feeling must get old. Yeah. Of like, because imagine, let's say you slept with 5 guys within the year or something, or even 10, and imagine all 10 of them, they're not taking you serious. Mm. I think also there's women who gets to the point where it's like, I'm tired of not being taken serious. Yeah. So let me just refrain. Yeah. Get to know me, the personality, fall in love with me, the person, then that will come. So
but you see, that's for
exactly.
Yeah, it's not for like to be looked at as this.
But then like, in a way though, because there's some pick-me's who will literally do it for men. Because a man doesn't take me serious when I'm sexually liberated, I'm going to refrain to be taken serious. So it does kind of depend on the person. Because it can be for you, but then it's also kind of for man. Yeah. Because if all of the men were reacting well to us being sexually liberated, this wouldn't be a conversation. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah, definitely. I definitely think religion, culture, men are the reason why we're like this.
Yeah, definitely agree. I think, I'm just such a everybody do what is right for them. And I do 100%. Think you almost need a period. You know, people always talk about hoe phases. So I used to listen to so many podcasts, and I'm someone that was not, I don't want to say not necessarily a sexually liberated person, but I had my own reasons for why I held back. I lost my virginity when I was like in my mid-20s. Like I was very just like in my own bubble of life. I wasn't into, and I remember listening to so many women speaking like, you have to have a hoe phase to just explore and know yourself. And I'm thinking, nah, no, I could never do that. I'm going to be someone that's going to marry the person that I lose my virginity to. Lord. Never did that no more. Anyway, but I'll probably say I'll say like sexually liberated when I was like in my late 20s, and I had like a good period of time where I just explored, I had fun, and I think it was so necessary to my growth and to the person that I am today. So I just think, but that's because I just did those things for me. I've never just been the person to be like, oh, just for a man to, you know, that I need to blah blah. Yeah. I just think, it just has to be for you. But I think a lot of why I probably waited so long was very much rooted in that. Yeah. Shame, of course, cultural reasons, religion, and you just think, oh my gosh, I'm doing all this. Am I ever gonna get married because I'm just like sleeping with these men and blah blah. It will happen. Like, come on.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, regardless of your number, there is someone out there for you. How many Love Islands have we watched, please? Every year when they ask body counts, there's girls who have 50 plus and they win the show with a man
I just even
who loves them. Like,
is so stupid.
This is what I mean. Like, people, I honestly don't think people care the way they're portraying to be. And also, how would you actually know?
Yeah, that's another
How will you actually know, though? Because you could ask me and I could tell you 2, but in my head, I know it's 10.
Yeah, exactly.
So how will you actually know? And the thing is, you could even meet one person who says, oh yeah, I slept with her, you know. Okay, that's one of the 2. Like, unless you're meeting tens of men who are telling you I've fucked her. But even that, though, men lie. So without evidence, how would you actually know? You just have to trust whatever that person says. That's why it's a stupid question to begin with, because it's one of the few questions you will never fully know the truth.
Yeah.
You will never fully know. Even if you live with that person from the moment they're born till now, you will never fully know. Because once someone steps outside or steps away from you, you don't know what they're doing. So it's just such a unnecessary question to ask. Like, as long as you know that someone you know hasn't done anything with them, who cares?
It's just such a
who actually cares?
As well.
But then these will be the same men. They don't want you to have a big body count, but they want you to fuck like a porn star. Have all these techniques.
Well.
But how are you going to learn?
Throw it down. It's like, how
are you going to learn without the experience?
How am I going to know?
So what do you want? If you want the Virgin Mary, prepare for a plank, because she doesn't know anything, and rightfully so. So don't complain about that person shit in bed. If she's had minimal bodies, you should expect her not to be the best in bed. Doesn't make any type of sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sha, I think for me personally, I'm just not that way. Like, I've definitely tried to have a whole face. I've really tried. And then that person will end up actually being my boyfriend. So then it's like, for fuck's sake.
Oh my God, it's not for the weak. Like,
It's not.
I've tried it, and I'm a very emotional person. I'm a lover girl to my absolute core. Mm-hmm. So I'll be thinking all sorts of it. It could be a casual situation. I'll be thinking like, this could be something. Like, I've always been that person that will try to turn it into, and it's just like, it's not that. But as I've gotten older, I've actually realised to just keep things separate. Mm-hmm. Like, if this is what you're doing, just like, keep it as that. Don't be doing all that. Let me message you. I'm not doing all that, because that's not what this situation is.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time, a lot of tears, a lot of heartbreak to get to that point.
There.
But right now, I would say I'm just in a phase of I'm chilling, I'm enjoying my life. I'm not necessarily
and that's another thing, not forcing it.
Yeah, I just want
not forcing it. If it comes, yes, if you want to enjoy it. But like, I think that's another thing as well. Don't go out of your way to do, like, yes, I understand when you hear people say, yes, have a hoe phase, but don't go out of your way to have one.
Yeah,
if it comes to you.
Yeah, I think mine just found me. And I was like, you know what?
If it happens to find you, fam, it's up to you what you want to do. At the end of the day, as long as you're over 18, you're grown. So it's up to you what you want to do, but don't actively go out and look for it. That's where things start to go wrong.
Yeah.
And so, But I think, like Rashida said, live your life. Once you become an adult, like, that's the beauty of being an adult. You get to do what you want when you want. And not every person's going to have the same mindset.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But I think where we both agree is just shaming people, whether they do or don't.
Yeah.
We don't agree with. Just do what you want to do for your individual self. Whatever works for you, works for you.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
There's no wrong answer.
There's no wrong answer at all.
It's your life. Do what you want to do, but make sure that you always do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best advice that I can give. It always has to be what's right for you at that time.
Exactly. And one thing my dad always used to tell me, true freedom is no longer caring about what other people have to say about you.
Yeah.
Once you get over that, you'll be able to live your life to the fullest.
Honestly.
What holds us back is the fear of other people talking about us.
Yeah.
Once you get over that, fam, even all of this wouldn't be a topic. Do you get what I mean?
It wouldn't be a topic. It would just be us.
It would just be us.
Yeah, like to report that we've done it. Like,
exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
It will be a report rather than thing, but
it wouldn't be a discussion. But it was just it's such an interesting topic.
Okay, now guys, it is now time for group chat confessions. So I'm gonna get straight into it. So this dilemma, I guess, was said to us, but I do have to provide a trigger warning that it does discuss miscarriage. So I want to give that warning before I begin. So it says, should I pay my surrogate for not having my baby? Hey, ladies, I'm really enjoying the podcast, by the way. Thank you.
Thank you.
Me and my husband have been married for 6 years and together for 10. We've been trying for a baby since 2021, but was told in 2022 I would not be able to carry children of my own due to health. So this year, in brackets 2025, we decided to try surrogacy. When we initially met our surrogate, she seemed really kind and expressed she wanted to help us fulfill our dream of having a child. However, she had recently miscarried our baby, and to be honest, I'm still devastated by it. But 2 weeks later, she had then called me to tell me that she's pregnant again, but with her own child. She also asked me if I could give her the full payment for the surrogacy so that she has money to support her child when the child's born. I refused to give her the money because she did not fulfill our dream of having our baby. I also feel like she called me to brag about her pregnancy, and I felt disrespected. My husband is saying we should just pay her and move on to another surrogate. But what should I do? Should I pay her or not? That's a lot.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Well, first of all, I'm so sorry that this is what you're going through.
Honestly.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It just must be so devastating to... Gosh, flipping hell, that is a lot. Wait, let me even process that one. That is a lot. Yeah, first of all, sorry. I'm so sorry that that's what you're going through, and I'm just hoping that your time will come.
Yes.
And you'll have your baby and it'll be perfect and it'll be amazing. I personally don't know how surrogacy works. If I'm being completely honest, the only way I know about it is when I see celebrities doing it and stuff like that, so like the Kardashians and whatnot. But is there not like a contract or anything that you would sign to say that would have this maybe in the clause? I don't know.
Yeah, I think people can do their own contracts regarding their own situation.
Right. Okay.
I think she didn't expect that she would lose the baby, so she probably didn't have it in her contract. But for me personally, I feel like she should at least pay her half, because she did, although she miscarried, she did. Yeah, it was a successful implantation. And so although she didn't go full term, there was still a moment when she was pregnant with your child. So I feel like she should be compensated for that.
Yeah.
Do I think she needs the full amount? Hell no. Why should you get the full money if you... I get that it may have been or was out of her control. Yeah. But the whole purpose of it was to provide a baby to that couple. So if that wasn't fulfilled, you can't really expect that. Yeah. But it's also very insensitive for her to call to ask that.
Yeah, that is
and then
wild.
Knowing that you got pregnant quite quickly after that miscarriage.
And it's for your own baby.
Yeah, it's for your own baby. So I kind of do get why
she's offended by that.
Yeah, why she's offended. Because why you can't... It's literally been, I'm going to guess, maybe 2 to 4 weeks since she's miscarried. It's still very fresh. So for you knowing the trauma that she's going through to then be like, I'm having my own child.
Yeah, I know.
Give me my money so I can look after my child. I get it. But also, at the same time, I also don't think she should get nothing.
Yeah. Because again, she was pregnant.
She was pregnant.
It was an unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so hard. And then that goes back to that difficult thing in life that I've noticed as I've gone into my 30s, that sometimes life is, you want this thing and you struggle for it so much and it happens so easy for somebody else. That in itself is such a difficult pill to swallow, especially in a circumstance like this.
Yes, exactly.
Because you can't do it.
Exactly. I also get why the husband just wants to pay her.
Yeah, because he probably just wants to move on.
Yeah, he just wants to move on. Like, I never want to think about her again.
Yeah,
like, let's move on to the next thing. But I personally feel like you should pay her. To be fair, it depends how far along she got in the pregnancy.
Yeah,
but you should pay her for the moments that she was pregnant.
Yeah.
But that is it.
Yeah, I agree.
And then after you've done that, you block her, you move on, and you continue your surrogate journey with someone else. And that's the beauty about this world. Just because it didn't happen with this woman in particular doesn't mean it won't happen with someone else.
Yeah. Right. It is now time for the wind down. So this is when I basically will ask Dee a question and she'll basically give me an answer. That's basically what it is. But it's like a random question. But okay, so my wind down question, very on theme as well, as we have been talking about. Just sexuality, sex, whatever. Mm-hmm. So this question is, what is a non-sexual turn-on that you have?
Oh, I've got loads. I even had to narrow it down. It was bad. Okay, I'll start with my first one. A man who can cook.
Why did I put that one on my... How did I not even think of that?
A man who can cook and cook
gosh.
well.
Yeah, good, yeah.
My... I'm telling you, it will just make me...
think of that.
Honestly,
how did I not think of that?
A man who can cook it does something to me.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's nothing I will hate more than being at work and it's like I have to get home because I have to be the one to cook. Don't
keep it.
I want to come. Sometimes I want to walk in and see a meal prepared for me.
Yeah, you can smell it when you open the door.
And even cooking together as well, knowing that you
that
both can
intimacy,
cook. Yeah. Oh, it's the
that
best.
Is intimacy, cooking
that
together.
One. Mm-hmm.
Love that. Oh, that's a good. I did not even put that on my list.
I'm shocked. I really thought you were going to put that.
Didn't put it. My first one, everyone who knows me knows this one. A man that smells good.
Ooh!
One thing about me as well, I'm going to tell a man that he smells
good. That was on my list, but I said, I have a feeling Rashida has this one.
I love anyone who knows me, I love perfumes. I love scents. Like, one thing about me, I'm going to smell good in it. But a man smelling good.
A man smelling good. The men in Dubai, even the sheikhs, you walk past them and you just want to follow. Like, come back
in Dubai when we were chilling in the lobby way, and there was that man that walked past and he smelled really good and we followed him. Do you remember?
No, you know.
In Dubai, there was a guy, he smelled fantastic. We were like, wherever this man's going, we're going. And
men of Dubai smell good.
Oh my goodness. If a man smells good, yeah. But for me, it's when you like get into his car and you can already smell it. Or you go to hug him and he smells so good. Honestly, that is enough.
Ooh. Nothing beats that.
Nothing beats a man that smells good.
My second one, I love a good morning voice.
Oh, yes.
I love a good morning voice.
Yeah, because my voice are always so deep
it's
in the morning.
It's so deep. Sexy, like, they'll literally be like...
when they've just woken up.
And they've just woken up.
Yeah.
And you're like, then they're mumbling and you hear that.
Yeah, what are you saying? Good morning.
Oh my god, that shit is sexy.
My next one is driving.
Oh,
This one, it goes deeper. I am always driving. I've ranted about this so many times in this podcast, yeah. I am always driving. One thing about Rashida, she's going to be in her car, innit? So just the thought of a man coming to pick me up is already a turn.
Yes.
The fact that I'm in the passenger seat and he's driving, that's already part one of the turn on.
Yes.
Part two is just the way they control their cars with the one hand.
Yeah.
The music playing, the reverse.
How can I forget about... Well, that's gone now. Well, to be fair, the reverse, as long as you still do
because you can't,
because you don't look back anymore.
So I was even talking to someone the other day and I was like, if you took away my reverse camera, I don't think I could park that car.
I know what you mean.
But then maybe it's like a sense. But honestly, I would shock, because I can't remember the last time I turned to reverse.
Yeah, for real. Me too.
You just look at the thing and it's
I'll look at the thing or look at my side mirrors.
But you still got to do it like this, man.
Yeah.
You still got to do a little.
Oh, no, you can't do it any other way.
Yeah, just like a... Well, you know sometimes when they're driving and you say like something and they look at you like this and
their bicep is just like,
oh my gosh. And then you say something, they look at you, or suddenly they'll like look at you like this, like, would they be mid-conversation, having a proper conversation with you, or like...
Or even when they're relaxed on one side, and then
and then they're just leaning like this, and then sometimes they touch your knee like this.
I love that! When it's like they're squeezing, they put their hand on your thigh, and it's just a gentle squeeze.
I can't do this. I can't, I'm ovulating, I can't do this.
Why did you decide to do this question now? When you're ovulating? You're just making yourself suffer at this point.
I should even switch on my phone. I ain't got time to be messaging.
No, after this, I can't lie. Man. You see the parental control we're talking about? I need it for myself today.
Honestly, this is just too much.
It's too much. Woo! My next one, I put an acts of service man.
Yeah.
Like someone who does things without me having to ask you to do it.
Yeah.
Like, even like dates and stuff, it's low-key a turn off for me when I'm like, oh, where are we going? And they're like, I don't know, where do you want to go?
Yeah, no,
take the lead. Like,
take the lead.
I'm the type of person that if you're like, oh, we're going to this restaurant on this day at this time, be ready for that time. Or even stuff like, oh, babe, I took the bin out.
Yeah.
Just or like little things that like you're doing to make my life easier.
Yeah.
Even if it's the tiniest thing, like a man of action is something that turns me on. Like, don't say, just do.
Do it, yeah.
Like, even like, oh, someone has a surprise, like, don't tell me you have a surprise, just rock up with a surprise.
Yes.
That is a turn on for me.
Yeah.
Doing things without having to be asked. You just do it. Like, and it gives off leader. Like, you know what you're doing. I don't have to coach you in this.
Yeah.
You know, like, or not even you know what you're doing. You know me.
Yeah.
As a person. You know that, like, okay, she was stressed out today, so let me try and take some burdens off her today.
Yeah.
And then I'll come home and you see, like, he's cleaned the house because he knew that yesterday you were stressed about whatever. So let me just take the little things like that, like, the consideration and just taking the initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Acts of service, man. Perfect. My next one, I've got two more. What's my next one? My next one is DIY. That kind of goes into acts of service though. But a man doing, guys, I hate DIY. There was a time when I bought a new wardrobe, and me, my sister, and one of my best friends put that wardrobe together. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. I was so stressed. And I remember we like finally finished it, and it took us 2 days, first of all. We finally put the doors on, and there were sliding doors. We go to slide the doors bang together, they're not on properly. And in that moment, I said to myself, top of my list, be good at DIY, because that is one thing I can promise and assure you. If the man I'm going to marry watches this, I'm not doing it. Yeah. I'll be there for moral support. I'll cook your dinner. I'll bring you anything you want, but I'm not touching DIY.
Okay, my next one, a funny man.
Oh, yeah.
I love me a funny man.
I want a man to make me cry.
Oh, my gosh.
And I love laughing, so just
yes,
make me laugh.
Literally, I'm literally the laughing queen. I love a good laugh, you know. So if you can make me, like, genuinely laugh, I'm not talking about, like, the polite chuckle, like...
No, like, belly.
Like, belly laugh. Yeah, fam, we're walking down that aisle.
Yeah.
We're walking down that aisle.
I love a funny man.
I love me a funny man.
I love a funny man. This is my last one, isn't it? My last one is a passionate man. And by that, I mean, like, a man that is passionate about something, like, outside of me.
Yes.
So when you've had conversations with men, like, I'm very passionate about music, for example, so I can have very long, extensive conversations with people about music. But I'm so passionate about it. When I'm speaking, I'm just like, I love this album, I love it. If I speak to a man and he's passionate about something, even if it's something like football, but it's like, not just like, oh, it's my team, but it's like the love of the game, how things are structured, and they're teaching you things in that, I find that so attractive.
That was
Let
them be
passionate about just something outside of you. And do you know what I mean?
And themselves.
Just something that they're so passionate about.
Yes.
And they can talk about it and really be like, no, I love this, and this is the reason why I'm into it, because of
My last one is a man who's kind to others.
Yes.
I love seeing not even people in general, like treating everyone around them, whether they know them or not.
Yeah.
With kindness is a huge turn on. Like, even no matter how small the action is as well. I saw a TikTok, of like a my God, my mind's gone blank. Who are those people who open the car doors and like...
Chauffeur?
No, not chauffeur.
Valet.
There was a guy and like, he's a valet, yeah. And he has a TikTok. Like, he did a TikTok of showing like all the billionaires how much they tip. And like the camera, you can see like it wasn't in their face, it was somewhere hidden. But all of the billionaires that were coming, like it was just very like, oh, see you later, here's the money, go. But there was one particular man, yeah, the way he was interacting with the valet, it turned me on. And the man was a middle-aged man who's not my type at all, yeah. But like, you could see when he came to the car, like, you know, when they put the hand on the shoulder, on the arm, like, thank you. He gave the money, like, fam, even as he was driving off, he rolled down his window and shook the valet's man's hand again as he was driving off. And I was like, it's something so tiny.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're showing kindness to others, no matter what their status is, that is a turn on. 100% for me.
Oof, that is a good one. My last one is holding your hand and leading you through a crowd.
Oh!
So sexy when men do that.
That is a good one. I
think it's something about leadership and taking control when they just take your hand and they just lead you. So I find that so sexy.
Honest. Do you remember?
Especially for a crowd when they just push people out of the way, like, yo, excuse me, boss, like them.
Or fam, they don't even say excuse me, they're just moving.
Move through.
And
or
like
they like hold your waist to like guide you.
Yeah.
So
again, it's the leadership.
It's leadership.
It's the leadership.
You're taking me somewhere? Where are we going?
Rashida, please tell me you remember this. When Love Island.
I know exactly what it was. Ovi.
Yes!
One of the sexiest things I've ever seen.
Guys, if you remember Love Island season 5 with like Amber, Anna, Yewande, Ovi, all of them in it, yeah.
Best season of Love Island.
The moment when Anna and Jordan were arguing and Ovi's woman was in the middle and he just walked through the crowd and just he didn't say nothing, just grabbed her arm and just walked.
God,
he said not one word. And in the midst of the chaos, you know, they're still arguing. He just got in between them like...
And he took her and grabbed her. That is one of the sexiest things I've ever seen on TV. Honestly, like, forget anything else. Forget if it's a sexy... It's the sexiest thing I've seen on television.
Honestly.
He just walked over, not a word. Took his girl, took her to the side. Literally. Said, yeah, cool, you don't do what you're doing. Let me
literally. That's exactly what it gave. Like, you guys do what you're doing, but you're not dragging my girl down. Come on, let's go. Oh... A man who stands up for you as well.
Authority. Yeah, a man that stands up for you as well.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
Privately and publicly.
Yes. That part. I hope you had her.
Mm.
Privately and publicly.
Definitely.
Because, whoa! Lord. Yeah, I think it is about that time we end the episode because we are getting too flustered here.
Time to go, guys.
As usual, thank you again for those who have been rocking with us. If you made it through the end of the episode, we thank you. Continue to support us, guys. In the description below on both YouTube and Spotify will be all of our podcast details as well as our individual social media details. Yes. But on that note, Rashida.
Cheers.
Cheers to ovulating.